Hi guys, it's your girl Lola Loves You. In today's topic, we're going to talk about Whitney Houston's church life at New Hope Baptist Church. Whitney Houston's mother was the minister of music at the church. She was the church choir director. She took little Nippy with her every rehearsal, and that's how Whitney Houston started learning to love the gift of music. And Whitney started singing on the junior choir at the age of 10, I believe. And then she would do solos, and then she began to sing with the regular choir. Her cousin Felicia Moss was a member as well, and they would sing as well at the church. And a lot of Whitney Houston family members were members at the church. Um, Sometime I would say Whitney, probably about when she was like in her teens, her early teens. She found out her mother allegedly had a affair with the pastor, and she was embarrassed and humiliated by the situation. And that kind of caused a rift between her relationship with her mother and the relationship with church. That she started seeing a lot of people in church was being hypocrites, and you know, they were not who they appeared to be. Um, when she was about 16, Robin came and saw her perform and was knocked out from how powerful Whitney Houston, just the spirit of her coming out of Whitney when she was sing. And Robin is says, and in Robin's book, she was just floored how Whitney Houston had like the whole church at their feet with her voice. Um, what else come from Whitney Houston Church? A lot of a fact that people don't know. Lauren Hill and her family comes from New Hope Baptist Church. Whitney Houston knew them a long time ago. So Lauren Hill comes from that church, and Lauren Hill produced a song on Whitney Houston "My Love Is Your Love" album, and she knew her from the church. On that right rare interview, Whitney Houston talks about this. Um, after Whitney Houston became famous, she would visit the church here and there. But I think after the whole situation with the mother and the pastor, and as Whitney got of age, I think probably like after 16, 17, that was it. You wouldn't see her at church no more. Like, you don't have pictures of her. Last time you see her performance, she was 16 years old. And I remember a lot of people would talk, like inbox me, different Whitney Houston fans over the years, and would leave comments and would just say they were part of the choir, and they would see her after when they choir allegedly doing like after choir rehearsals and things like that. They would catch her outside smoking cigarettes. They've been told me that she was a chain smoker. And they would say it was just so weird seeing her sing so beautifully in church, and then during breaks she would go outside and smoke. And I was like, wow. And several people hit me up and told me those stories. Um, I believe church for me, I believe Whitney was smart enough to know that you can't judge church on man's actions. You have to be in tune with the Lord. And the God, Jesus is not man. You understand what I'm saying? So I think she knew wherever she went that God was always with her. And I believe that's how her faith was so strong into God. Even though in her darkness, she still knew that God still loved her. And he still was there with her. And I believe she got that from church and her mother and just her gospel roots. She still would pray, read her Bible. Even when she was in her drug den, allegedly, she was still praying and reading her Bible. The day that she passed, she still was praying and reading her Bible. So she always believed in God. And that comes from having a strong Christian faith, and comes from church. And like I said, from her mother and her family, because her mother and her mother's sisters and siblings were very rooted in the gospel world, and just being in Christianity, period. So, New Hope Baptist Church really played a part of Whitney Houston uh craft in you know, having the gift of song for the Lord first, and then bring it to the world. She just started singing worldly music, but she started out singing gospel music. And A lot of great singers come out from the church. Some great singers don't come out from the church, but she came out from the church just for that the love of song and the love of Jesus. Um, I think that's very admirable of Whitney Houston, how she loved God so much and how God loved her so much. And that true talent, that gift that from God, just every time she opened her mouth, and the music just flowed out her vocal cords. Like, it's just powerful. Um, Sadly, her funeral was held at the church, and it was very sad. I remember they played uh what's the song? I Will Always Love You. And they was bringing her casket down the aisle, and her mother, she really they had to really carry Sissy Houston down the aisle because like she was about to pass out. And it was just so sad that all her family and friends, her true family and friends, was there just saying their goodbyes in her church where it all started, where her, gift of music came from. So it's so sad, very sad. And it looked like a beautiful church inside, brick walls. And can you imagine Whitney Houston? Oh my gosh, she was used to be in there singing. Used to sing there. Like, that's just amazing and iconic. That church would be iconic just because Whitney Houston was there. But it's just crazy. But like I said, New Hope Baptist Church, that was the heart of Whitney Houston's heart, with her gift being, discovered. A lot of people just saw her and saw her perform there. They just was saying how gifted this, young lady was. It's so sad. It's just sad. I'm not saying it's sad because it's just sad because you have this girl, this innocent girl, and she has a gift from God, and she's special. You understand what I'm saying? Very special. And then you come out to the regular world, and it's all these evil things and vultures and people just trying to just take your kindness for weakness, and then that gives you, oh, what I want to say, insecurities, and not thinking that you're good enough. And people can play on your insecurities, but I believe they could not play on her insecurities with God, because she didn't have no insecurities with Jesus, because she knew Jesus loved her unconditionally, and she knew that she was talented. But this world, when your mind not right, and drugs and alcohol and other things, allegedly, you just, you just, I don't know to say, you're just gonna, hmm, it can eat at you if you don't stay strong and have the correct people around you. You can lose your way. You can lose your way. And that's why I believe she just lost her way in just being a human being, not understanding that you're not going to be perfect all the time. Everything is not going to be perfect. And you're not going to win at everything. And I believe Whitney Houston was not used to she was used to losing. So she was an underdog at times. So I just don't know. But at the end of the day, Whitney Houston found her way home with Jesus Christ. And she's singing with the most best choir ever, singing front row to the Lord. But anyway, it's your girl Lola loves you. I'll be back with other videos about our diva, Whitney Houston. I love my honey bunnies. Bye.